So sometimes during cell division, during meiosis, what happens is that chromosomes, they fail to separate. So it can happen during anaphase 1 or anaphase 2, because that's where the separation of chromosomes and then sister chromatids is happening. So this is showing that it failed to separate during meiosis, which means anaphase 1, meiosis 1. Here it failed to separate during meiosis 2. That means during anaphase 2. And this is your end result. When this happened, you got two abnormal gametes and two empty gametes, basically. Abnormal because this is also not haploid. So after fertilization, this can happen because you also get the mother's DNA or father's DNA. So you either gonna have extra set of chromosomes or you're going to be missing chromosomes. This is called non-disjunction. That means failing to separate. Non-disjunction means failing to separate. So abnormal gamete participates in fertilization. Zygote with improper number of chromosomes is produced. Again, the improper number either is extra set of chromosomes or missing chromosomes. It can be either or. And if you are comparing, oh, if this is more harmful or this is more harmful, it's this one, because this is completely missing half of the genetic information. Whereas this here, it has extra chromosome. So this is gonna cause fewer problems compared to the individuals who are completely missing the chromosomes. They're probably not even going to survive. So it says individual with missing chromosomes often cease developing before birth, so they don't survive. And people who might have extra set of chromosomes, they might survive, but they're gonna have some development problems. There's one that's known, it's called Down syndrome. And this is a karyotype here, and the Down syndrome is when you have extra set of chromosome number 21. That's called trisomy. Somy means chromosome, tri means 3. You have extra set of this chromosome, and that's gonna cause Down syndrome. It's a genetic disorder. So you might think, oh, if you have extra chromosome, it might give you better abilities, but that's not true. It confuses your body. And because it confuses your body, some things don't develop as they're supposed to. So that can happen. I want to ask you guys a question. We talked about mutations last time. I want to know if this is a mutation or if it's not a mutation. Tell me in the chat box. So there's a mix. Some people, most people are saying no, and some people said yes. I want to know from the people who said no, why they think the answer is no. So someone can talk, or I'll call out the name. Why is this not a mutation?
I think it's not a mutation because mutation would be trying to think of an example. Like the ones that we went over where one of the I can't think of the word. Hold on, let me see if it's in my notes somewhere. We went over the different mutations.
There was insertion, deletion, frame shift.
Yeah, so like substitution mutation, insertion mutation, frame shift mutation. We never went over basically just having like a full set of a copy or like an extra copy. Like nothing was changed, nothing was shifted, nothing was substituted, or nothing was deleted. It was just an extra copy.
Yeah, so that is true. We are not going in the DNA and we're not changing any of the nucleotides. We're not adding any extra nucleotides. We're not deleting any nucleotides. We're not going in the DNA. There's just an addition of extra whole chromosome. So you have another chromosome. You're not doing anything with the nucleotides. Now, if there was something changing in the nucleotides, then it would be a mutation. So that I am glad most of you guys understand that. So Truth said not mixing gene, but not change. Or not changing an amino acid. So yeah, there's no change in the nucleotide or the amino acid here. You just have an extra set or extra copy of the chromosome. So this is not a mutation. So that's not the only one. If there is something wrong with the 23rd chromosome, that's your sex chromosome, XX for females, XY for males, that can also cause sex disorders. There are some diseases. I'm not asking you to memorize the names of the conditions. I just want you to know that it is possible to have disorders if there is something maybe extra for the sex chromosome or something is missing. So if it's XXX, you have extra X. And this is the incidence, one in every 1,000 to 2,000 females. You can have two X's and a Y, and that's in males. And then here is XYY, that's also in males. And then it says XO. O means missing, and that's Turner syndrome, one in every 2,000 females. And these sex disorders, because it has to do with the hormones, the androgens, sometimes it might, when the child is born, they might be born with male body parts, and then when they develop, they might develop breasts later, or vice versa. So it can cause some development changes as well. So that's sex disorders. I think this concludes our lecture for today. I will take questions now, and also I'll be doing the attendance.